Just want to mash him up in a little ball and... He'll be selling little pieces of himself during intermission, by the way. How's everybody doing on so far? You all right? Hanging in there? Because I think there's only about 9 more hours left worth of show.
Yeah. But don't pace yourself. We want you to go all out for the next guest.
That's right. Oh, briefly we will mention, after our next guest, there will be an intermission during which you may pee.
I mean, not at the tables.
No.
There's a room that's sort of off to the side for that.
It's the bar. But you can also purchase, all of us have merchandise for sale in the back, and we heartily encourage you to give us money for said cheap merchandise. But before we get to that intermission, it is time for our next act.
It certainly is.
Speaking for myself, I was kind of woefully ignorant of our next performer for far too long.
Well, it took you long enough to find YouTube. That's the problem.
I know, it's fascinating. Wait, get this. People can make videos. And then, wait, I know that's cool enough already, right? And then they can load them up on the internets. It's this magical place inside your little computer box. And then, like, other people can watch those videos.
And the best part is those people can then, there's like a space where you can tell the video artist that their work is gay.
Yeah. What did we ever do before this technology?
Amazing.
You had to walk up to someone and say, your stuff is gay.
Technology has taken care of that middle process. Instant gay. Which is my George Michael cover band.
I myself would have gone with Culture Club. I thought it was a little too early to do the George Michael ripcord, but you know, you can't live in the past. Which is the name of my...
Yeah, you opened that can. I was going over George Michael alternatives.
Yeah, you can't live in the past is the name of my Styx cover band. How's that?
Sure.
Shut up, young people. That was funny.
Which is my Justin Bieber cover band.
I knew there was a reason I keep you around.
Still not sure why, but I'll take it.
Anyway, our next performer. I sure as hell am aware of him now. He, along with his brother, basically runs like an internet-based empire. You may have heard of them as the Vlog Brothers. You may be familiar with their work founding and running DFTBA Records. You may be familiar with the term nerd fighters. Now we know just how many people are here to see us versus him.
It's going to be pretty empty after intermission.
We are...
Thank you, sir.
That's right, stay.
Thank you, sir.
That's our peeps in the back arriving late. Thank you for staying true to the cause, though, sir. We first got to meet him when he performed at the Seattle Woodstock that we did last year. And we are very pleased to continue making his acquaintance and hear him do awesome things on the internet. And right now, here in person, please welcome Hank Green.
Hello. I have to find the thing to plug my guitar into. Oh, it's on the stand. Thank you, person who said, it's on the stand. Somebody give that guy $1. Thanks. I'm new to this. It's on the stand. That's probably where it's supposed to be. I can't see you people at all. Hold on. There's people like, I feel like I'm gonna trip on you. You guys are, I've never had someone so close to my stage. Can you hear my guitar? So Paul and Storm asked me to come out here, and Paul and Storm are men who made one of my dreams come true. Last at the Woodstock event in Seattle, when I got to hug Will Wheaton, add him into my hug bucket. I hope I can add some of you people to my hug bucket tonight. If you know what a hug bucket is. If not, that might sound really creepy. Somebody be thinking of what hug bucket is your something cover band. Talk amongst yourselves. So they told me that they were doing a show called Nerds and Music, and I was like, I think I might be right for that. So I'm going to play exclusively nerdy music tonight. I'm not really sure what else I would do. I'm not sure how to do another kind of show, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to start. So there's a lot of nerdy things. I think I'm going to start with particle physics. A quark is a fundamental constituent of matter observed in 1968 through deep elastic scatter. We found that protons aren't as simple as we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of 3 separate pieces. It just gets more confusing as our knowledge increases, and that is what a quark is. It's a piece of a proton, and they also make up other things, including the neutron. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what that's the clapping. I'm sorry. You started it. Somebody take $1 from this guy and give it to that guy. I can't do it. I change tempo constantly. It's my thing. Okay. Up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Things made up of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many types of hadrons are theoretically described, but most exist for only very brief amounts of time. Quarks have electric charge, color, charge, mass, and spin. And having colored charge means they exist solely inside of other kinds of particles and cannot exist alone, which is why quarks have never been studied on their own. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Oh, yes. Quarks can join together in 2 different ways. Baryons and mesons, but most instantly decay. If a particle has 3 quarks, then it's a baryon. And if there's 1 quark and an anti-quark, then it is a meson. These tiny bits of matter are part of almost everything, and there is no unified theory to make it less confusing. But the fact that we've identified that they exist at all is so remarkable that I am constantly in awe. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Now you are allowed to clap. One of these days I will figure out how to do that. I don't mean to call you out. It was great. It felt exactly like what should be happening, but then I was like, I don't know what to do. I have a 200-person drummer. It's not too much pressure. So here's one of my favorite things to do. How you guys doing tonight? Because there's no situation except for this one where you can be like, how you doing? And somebody goes, woo! Imagine that walking down the street, hey, how's it going? Woo! But I guess you guys, I couldn't how you doing? And everybody says, fine. Pretty good. I stubbed my toe. Having an intestinal thing, actually, wouldn't work. This is an intestinal thing, apparently. Having an intestinal thing, right here, and right back. Where are your intestines? I'm bad at being nerdy. So I also wanted to say, Mike Furman. Woo! That was the first time I've seen him live. He's amazing. I'm so glad that you people know who I am, otherwise I would feel like a total douche getting up here after that. And I'm sure you're all going to be going home being like, chicken monkey, chicken duck, chicken monkey, chicken, chicken. It's funny to have a song that you have no idea what the words are, really, but you know the words, and it's stuck in your head anyway. Chicken duck. Another nerdy thing. I'm starting off this set by playing all of my songs that have a capo on the... it's on the wrong fret. That's why that was hard. I did it, though. I was scared. Does that still sound okay? So I decided to play all those songs that have the capo on the second fret, so I don't have to move it around. But then I messed up. So another nerdy thing, besides capos and particle physics, is Harry Potter. So I'm gonna play a song about Harry Potter. This is about a Harry Potter book that doesn't exist. A lot. There's just a giant bubble of fear right there. Stop. It's okay. It's not. I'm moving through it. I'm like riding the wave of the fear. I'm on the fear. With the fear. Feel the fear. Ride the fear. Okay, I'm advertising for Universal Studios now. Okay. I know I'm not the only one who wants to know more about Harry's sons. I really do think there's an unwritten story, and I think it's time to put fingers to keys. A lot of people I know want to know more about Grindelwald and Dumbledore. I really do think that they both batted lefty, and I think it's probably a good story there. For book 8, I want a book 8. I want a book 8. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that the epilogue was crap, cause we all know it was crap. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that Voldemort had a son and the story's just begun. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that she's writing book 8. A lot of people I know want to hear the tale of that mysterious veil. I really do think it's a dimensional portal, and I think Sirius is in Middle-earth. And I know I want to hear the one about Hagrid's dad and Hagrid's mom. I really do think that that's nearly impossible, and I think there's probably a good story there. Book 8. I want a book 8. I want a book 8. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that the epilogue was crap, cause we all know it was crap. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that Voldemort had a son and the story's just begun. And I want J.K. Rowling to say that she's writing book 8. She could call it Harry Potter and the Pillar of Storge, or Harry Potter and the Starfighters of Adjumar, or Harry Potter and Lizzie Bennet go to the ball, or Harry Potter and the Knights Who Say Knee, or Harry Potter and Paul and Storm go to Walmart, or Harry Potter and the Time Lord fights the Daleks, or whoa, everybody like that just came to me. I didn't think that was gonna go over so well. Where was I? Or Harry Potter and the Seattle area and surrounding areas, and Harry Potter and the Nerd Fighters. You know that I want a book 8. Oh, I want a book 8. Oh, Harry Potter. I really do think there's an unwritten story, and I think there's time to put fingers to keys for book 8. There's something on this microphone that got inside my mouth. I'm gonna die. What? I will regenerate. Because I am a Time Lord? Oh, that's nice to know. I didn't know. It's the first I've heard of it. Oh, I think that Mike Furman's wife is a TARDIS. It's not a human zip file. His wife is a TARDIS. You could fit anything in there. I hope I never meet her now. Mike says, okay, it's okay. Okay. Yeah. Mike says that joke was almost went that way. It should have. You can have that. Raise your hand, even though I can't see you, if you like Star Trek. Okay, I can see if you. I do this. This is now my new pose. Hello, everyone. I see Nerdfighter signs. I see Nerdfighter shirts. I see Nerdfighters. I see people who don't know who I am. Hi, my name is Hank Green. Oh, house lights. Would you believe it? They exist. I don't need them. I'm doing this. This is the new thing. Yes, I can do it. Stardate 42695.3 was a pretty big day for me. I was given my first command, and it turned out to be more difficult than I'd planned. So I went to Record and said, what if I fail? What if I freeze up with the Borg on our tail? What if the choice I make is wrong? And Riker said to me, Wesley, give me a break. It's arrogant to think you'll never make a mistake. But when you're in that position, you only have to ask yourself one question. You ask, what would Captain Picard do? Yeah, what would Captain Picard do? He'd ensure the safety of his ship and his crew, and then complete the mission. And he'd make himself a better person. He'd bring peace to the galaxy, and he'd do it for free. Oh yeah, that's what Captain Picard would do. I just woke up after 3 centuries, and my first thought was of money. Not that my family was gone, but this bunk in a jumpsuit said to me that they'd abolished currency. Everything I'd worked for was gone. Yeah, there was nothing to withdraw. So I said to him, what do you invest in if you don't have big corporations? He said, we invest in ourselves. And maybe I should try that out for myself, because that's what Captain Picard would do. Yeah, that's what Captain Picard would do. He'd ensure the safety of his ship and his crew, and then complete the mission and make himself a better person. He'd bring peace to the galaxy, and he'd do it for free. Oh yeah, that's what Captain Picard would do. Oh, remember when he told us to remove the saucer section? Even though we were at warp 9, there was no objection. And yeah, we could have killed the Borg using Hugh, but we agreed with the captain it was the wrong thing to do. And even after he was tortured for 40 days and nights, he told that Cardassian that there were 4 lives. Oh yeah, when you're confused and the choice is too hard, just think of Captain Picard. I should have done that right when I came out. I got all the tension. Getting the tension out. There's a little more down there. It's still there. Come on, get up. Come on. Oh well, I guess it's staying there. Maybe I should take my shoe off. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's not going back on. That would take way too long. I'm gonna be uneven for the rest of the show. I feel really short now. Half short. So I wanted to share something with you that I discovered earlier yesterday. It was earlier yesterday. And so I was looking up chords on the internet, as I'm wont to do, because when you play the guitar, you're like, I can play any song. And you go and you play any song. So I was looking up chords, and I discovered something. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Sounds familiar to this guy in the front. It might sound differently familiar to a lot of you. So, for example, Earth angel, will you be mine? Oh, Donna, why must I be a teenager in love? So it's called the 50s progression because it was popular in the 50s. It's also called, the much more beautiful word for it is the ice cream changes, which I think is kind of wonderful. The ice cream changes. Something very ice creamy about those chords to me. You know, it's like 50s. You got the 50s feel, which is kind of like light but heavy. That was perfect metaphor, Hank. But it's sort of wonderful and smooth and silky and like easy, and everybody likes it. You know, ice cream, except for those lactose intolerant people, which is why we created Tofutti. So the ice cream changes, I think they're kind of wonderful. So I started looking into the ice cream changes, and they didn't end in the 50s. Duke, 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 Duke of Earl, Duke, Duke, Duke of Earl, Duke, Duke, Duke of Earl. They kept going. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. I want to be. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. I just messed that one up, but that's how it goes. You know, octopus's garden. And it kept going. So we're starting to get into the 70s now. And then there's like, I remember when rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun holding hands and skimming stones. I had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, where the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the crocodile rock. While the other kids would rock around the clock, we were hopping and bopping to the crocodile rock. And then in the 80s, they changed it up a little bit. Every step you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. See how it was a little bit different? Because they changed the number of beats per measure. And mostly up until now, it's been 2 or 4 beats per, not measure, but per chord change. In the 90s, they went to 1. She has a girlfriend now. She has a girlfriend now. She has a girlfriend now. She says, guys don't do no more for me. And in the 2000s, they sweetened it right back up for our friend Justin Bieber. Like baby, 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 oh yeah, baby, 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 no, baby, 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 yeah, thought you'd always be mine. And then very recently, in the last couple of weeks, what happened? You know what's gonna happen. They know what's going to happen. Oh, I thought I had scooped this one. The most popular song of the year so far, depending on your definition of popular and your definition of year. 7 a.m., wake up in the morning, gotta get dressed, gotta get downstairs, gotta get my bowl, gotta get cereal. Stuff is happening, things are happening, gotta get my stuff, people are doing things, gotta get down to the bus stop. But I see my friends, yes, I see my friends, they're sitting in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. I don't know which seat do I take, it's Friday, everybody thinks it's Friday, I don't know the words to Friday, the weekend, Friday, I don't know the words to Friday, something about the weekend, and that's my thing about the ice cream changes, I'm fascinated by it. Gotta take the other one off, it's too uneven. Shoes they're useless. What's the point? So that's the end of the things that need the capo. Now it sounds like this. Does that sound good? So, you know what else is nerdy? Harry Potter. Does anybody remember how This Isn't Hogwarts starts? Because I'm blanking right now. Come on, you can think of it. There's 200 of you. There's only one of me. Shout it out. No, that's the chorus, sir. It's so grotesque. When the guy... No, that's not... I hate this place. That's it. I can barely keep the misery off my face. Yeah, there's one place I'd much rather be. taking transfiguration and arithmancy and hanging with my friends in the gallery. But instead I'm learning parts of speech and trying not to fall asleep and avoiding the only girl in school who might like me. It's so grotesque when the guy sitting next to you drools all over his desk. As I almost raise my hand to complain, I realize that I want to be doing the same, so I put my head down on my desk as well. And suddenly I'm learning a spell to make my teacher's head swell, but then he wakes me up and I can't help but yell, Engorgio! This isn't Hogwarts, this is a concrete box, and the pictures on the wall are never gonna talk, and the teachers don't care that the kids don't try, and the most magical thing we have is fluorescent lights, and they don't put you in Hufflepuff if you're not cool. Instead they sort you in the parking lot after school, and I think if I looked into the mirror of Erised, I'd be wearing wizard robes with gold and red. Well, I'm not saying I'm not proud to be a nerd, but public school ain't no place for a wizard. Yeah, high school ain't no place for a wizard. You know what's gross? When the lunch meat looks like 3-day-old soggy toast. And as I ate it anyway, I overheard this guy I hardly know calling me a nerd, so I cast Septum Semper on him inside my mind. How I wish there were house elves making my food, and everything was perfectly spiced, and the only one being rude was the poltergeist. And here's what's true: I'd do pretty much anything to go to wizard school. I'd even call Dolores Umbridge my friend if it meant I never had to go to gym again. And I look around at all of this crap that's part of my life. No ghosts stalking the halls or hanging in the bathroom stalls, and the stairs don't move cause there's no stairs at all. Oh, this isn't Hogwarts, this is a concrete box, and the pictures on the wall are never gonna talk, and the teachers don't care that the kids don't try, and the most magical thing we have is fluorescent lights, and they don't put you in Hufflepuff if you're not cool. Instead they sort you in the parking lot after school, and I think if I looked into the mirror of Erised, I'd be wearing wizard robes with gold and red. Well, I'm not saying I'm not proud to be a nerd, but public school ain't a place for a wizard. No, high school ain't a place for a wizard. It's getting warm in here. Anybody else feel that? That's just me. Should I take my clothes off? First the shoes. That's how I take my clothes off. There's a lot of flailing involved. I think I may have hurt myself. Oh! I just ran in with my head into the microphone. I think that's funny. You know what else is nerdy? Obsession. Uh-oh. There was a man who said, yeah. Hello, sir. The first time I saw you was the day that I hit puberty. You played a beautiful girl, shunned by society. It wasn't your fault, you just smoked one laced doobie. That after-school special made me want to never do PCP. Oh, Helen Hunt, you make my heart do acrobatic stunts. You stand and face the brunt of the twister of my burning want. Helen Hunt, you know I'm mad about you. People haven't heard this song. Yeah, it's funny. I wrote it. I saw you naked in the water dance. It was as good as it gets. Good as it gets. In my pants. And for that, I really want to thank you. Your husband's name was Hank, right? Well, my name's Hank, too. Helen Hunt, you make my heart do acrobatic stunts. You stand and face the brunt of the twister of my burning want. Helen Hunt, you know I'm mad about you. And once an ex-best friend of mine said he couldn't see how an old and ugly actress could mean so much to me. Well, a minute later, looking down at him bleeding in the snow, I asked him, who is best comedy actress? 4 years in a row, it was Helen Hunt. Helen Hunt, you make my heart do acrobatic stunts. You stand and face the brunt of the twister of my burning want. Helen Hunt, you know I'm mad about you. Oh, Helen Hunt, you know I'm mad about you. Helen Hunt, you know I'm mad about you. So I have a new thing to share tonight. I guess that was an adequate level of woo. Could have been a little more woo. It's a very short song. My life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. Just listening to music while I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. Because my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant, just listening to music while I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. Because my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant, just listening to music while I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. Because my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant, just listening to music while I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. Because my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant, just listening to music while I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant. I didn't say the F word though. So I'm gonna turn that into a video, I think, where I go on for a while. I just wrote that. Yes, it will be half bloopers. Half bleep to bloopers. Bleepy blooper. I'm looking at my set list covertly. Ooh, didn't like that. It's my beard. I was gonna play DFTBA, but I realized that I've forgotten the words. So I'm not gonna do that. Which is why I have more songs to play. Besides that one. Infinite Grid is not a song. It's not a song. Infinite Grid is not. I'm totally gonna do it because that person said Infinite Grid. Infinite grid, I'm running around in the infinite grid. It goes everywhere in every direction except up and down, up and down. It goes everywhere. Probably the ice cream changes, that song. I haven't tried to play it on the guitar before. That song was written for Assassin's Creed. If you've ever played, there's the time between missions where you're in the infinite grid. And that's what I sing when I'm in the infinite grid. Because, you're just like, come on. I want to stab people. I want to show them where their heart is. Oh, sir, did your brain itch? Let me get that for you. I love that game. No. It's beautiful. So much stabbing. This is a fairly new song. And I'm going to screw it up a lot because it's a fairly new song. Something just occurred to me while I was reading another book that I had heard could be the next big thing. I thought, what would I give if that could be true? If I could ever feel again the way I felt when I read you? Well, I'd pay a million galleons. I'd dress up like I go to Beauxbatons. I'd tattoo my head with a lightning bolt. I'd pawn my wand and firebolt. But no matter how many good things I'm told, everything I read turns out to be leprechaun gold. Well, it's been so many years, no matter how I try to read more. It's been so many years, no matter how I try to read more young adult fiction. I keep coming up dry. It's like water everywhere and not a drop to drink. My frustration and my agony have pushed me to the brink. I keep tilting back the glass, but I'll never taste the water. It seems no matter what I read, I think this is not Harry Potter. This is not Harry Potter. Well, I was pretty impressed with Frankie Landau Bank, but come here saving the world with a couple epic pranks. And there's no monopoly on non-human people. There's fairies, buggers, talking cats, and Mac Feagle. And 13 little blue envelopes was fantastic, but my sneakoscope would be flashing and spinning if I said that it was the best book I've read. And you gotta know that this is no joke when I also read lots of books that my own brother wrote. Yeah, it's been so many years, no matter how I try to read more young adult fiction, I keep coming up dry. It's like, Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. My frustration and my agony have pushed me to the brink. I keep tilting back the glass, but I never taste the water. It seems no matter what I read, I think this is not Harry Potter. This is not Harry Potter. And in the darkest hours of my darkest nights, I found myself curled up with twilight, and I couldn't help but wonder as I ravenously read, can you Avada Kedavra the undead? Cause Edward Cullen totally has it coming, and if he's all Voldemort, then he better start running. Cause there's not much that the Dark Lord and I could agree on, but I think that we would both hate that guy. And Sir Nicholas de Vinci Porpington is a character name that by itself is better than anything in Breaking Dawn. Yeah, it's been so many years, no matter how I try to read more young adult fiction, I keep coming up dry. Oh, President Snow is no Voldemort, and Diagon Alley is cooler than Ankh-Morpork, Lyra Silvertongue is Mrs. Coulter's daughter. That's a good plot twist, but it is not Harry Potter. No, it's not Harry Potter. So I just want to remind everybody that there's an intermission after this, so you can, just stay where you are. Take out your phone. Angry Birds. And just pee right where you're sitting, apparently. I was just thinking about pineapples. Okay, came back. Oh, it's not gonna, that image is not gonna go away anytime soon. So, I should play another song. You know what's nerdy? Harry Potter. I think maybe I have a thing. You guys think I have a Harry Potter problem? What? It's a solution. It's not a problem. I liked it. That was good. I wish I could interact with you people more. Hi. I like crowds. I like them when I'm out here. When I'm back there, I'm peeing on myself. It's funny. Before I get on stage, I always have to pee like mad, and then I pee, and then I have to pee like mad. Of course, when I pee, it's like, beep. What are you doing, body? Why do you fail me? And then I come out here, and I am parched. Because I've peed all of my water out. So this is my last song. Aww. I love my wife. Aww. Same noise. I have a dog. I have arthritis in my foot. Oh, hardcore. Nothing like a 30-year-old with arthritis and colon problems. I have a complicated relationship with the distal portion of my large intestine, also known as the colon. I started feeling. I have a song about my colon. That's how nerdy I am. It's a polka. There's a tuba in it, too. You can buy my CD. You can hear it. I'm very excited about my new CD, Ellen Hardcastle. It's named after a girl who won a charity auction. Thank goodness it was Ellen Hardcastle. What an amazing name. I feel kind of bad for her, though. Being Ellen Hardcastle. She's going to have to live in the shadow of my amazing work of art for the rest of her life. I haven't heard people sing along, but that might just because I'm too loud in my monitors. Or it might be the atmosphere doesn't feel like a singing along because you're at dinner tables. Is that how you feel? No, you've been singing? That's good. She's singing. I do sing really fast. Oh, yes, song. I have to play a song. I can see on the clock that you can't see that I have to play a song. I'm gonna miss you when I go. But I'll be in the back. You can see me later. I can't remember how the song starts. I'm just stretching, thinking about how this song starts. Why don't I like write instead of the name of the song, just the first line? That would be really smart. That would change my life. I just changed my life. Yes, this needs a capo. Yes, it's true that I once went through life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned and I've been spurned, and through it all my friends I've learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed, it's how slow the knife gets turned. I'm gonna start over because I started too fast. Yes, it's true that I once went through life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned and I've been spurned, and through it all, my friends, I've learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed, it's how slow the knife gets turned. Ugh. This is kind of a sad song, but it's very happy. I really feel that way about this song. But my friends, I found an animal who doesn't feel this pain, and my life is so much better now that I can feel the same. Because you can't hate the night if you lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the dish if you only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but she has no freaking idea what else to be. The deep-sea dwelling anglerfish never has to find a mate. They are always there together when it's time to procreate. See, one dark night a young male bites a female on her side, and then slowly he becomes a sperm-producing parasite. And if we can say he lives at all, he lives until she dies, and until that day he literally never leaves her side. Oh, you can't hate the night if you live your whole life without light, and you can't hate the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but she has no freaking idea what else to be. For years, this rule has kept me out of hopeless despair. You simply do not feel what is always there. I ask my brain to entertain that pain is the same, that if I feel it all the time, can you really call it pain? I don't have any friends and I don't have any hair, but neither does the anglerfish, and she doesn't care. Because you can't hate the night if you lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the dish if you only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but she has no freaking idea what else to be. Thank you all so much. Thank you to the people of the Triple Door. Thank you to Paul and Storm and Mike Furman for coming out with me tonight. Paul and Storm will be on the stage after intermission, and I will come out as well for a cameo later, I believe. Thank you.